We're here with Kelli Greenway and Brianda Bane of the Grandview University Vikings after their loss to Thomas More in the round of 32. Coach, can you give an opening statement?
Sure. Just proud of my team. We challenged them we challenged them to win the fourth quarter, and we were able to do that after a pretty tough three quarters. I just thought, we just had we shot the ball well from the outside, but we couldn't get much going on the inside. And they were able to score at all three levels, which was tough for us to stop. So I think that's just what it came down to. But overall, proud of our effort in finishing the game tough, because that could have slipped away a little further than it did at the end.
Talk about the grit and tenacity that it takes to get just to the round of 32 even, overcoming a deficit at halftime in the game before, and being able to play on the national spotlight. Yeah,
it's a goal of ours every year. We don't talk about it throughout the season. We don't even really talk about how we're doing in conference throughout the season. We just go game by game. We talk about these things in August in our team meeting, and then from there on it's just a game by game, practice by practice mentality of just continuing to improve. But yeah, like yesterday, that's just an example of who we are as a team. The other thing is that back-to-back years, we've never lost 2 games in a row. If we would have lost yesterday, that would have been the first time in 2 years that we would have, and I don't know if that was in their minds or not, but we weren't ready to be done yesterday. We weren't ready to be done today, but unfortunately, we just couldn't get it going on both ends.
And Brianda, for you, just talk about your experience at Grandview University. It's obviously a very special place that's talented in all sorts of different sports, but women's basketball certainly hitting their best stride.
Yeah, exactly. I love my time here at Grandview, and really proud of our team this year and the grit we showed, and just how we came out 25-7. We made it this far, and like she said, we didn't want to be done, but I think overall I'm proud of us.
We'll open it up to the media. Dan?
Thomas More got 100 bench points in these 2 games. How unusual is that to play somebody where they just keep throwing players in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's unusual for us to see, but obviously it's not unusual for Thomas More. Like that's how they play. Right when we saw that could be a potential matchup for us, we took a look and said, all right, this seems a little different in that they sprinkle a lot of people in and a lot of people score, and it's all balanced and it's really efficient. And we see efficient scores, and we see that in our conference, just not quite in and out as much as we saw today. But I don't think that. I think we just struggle to get stops. No matter who's on the floor, we just struggle to get stops. So
when you watch the game, it didn't look like the score. It was as maybe gotten out of hand numbers wise. It seemed more competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at the scoreboard and it's like, what?
Yep.
How is that a function of their depth? Maybe that they just keep guys that make plays.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. We were kind of looking at the stats, not something that we really talked about much, but yeah, we were looking at the stats and how we shot the ball from outside and the free throw line. We got there more. Our turnovers were about normal for us. I think, it just came down to us not being able to get stops, which, I mean, that's what it came down to. But I agree. I thought it was a competitive game. It was just we had too many empty possessions that led to them scoring. So that adds up quick.
What's it like, Brianda, to have to face a number of different, people out there where they keep throwing them at you?
I mean, we were ready for it. I mean, it's not like we were not ready for it or expecting it. So we just, have to make an emphasis on talking, and we know their strengths, weaknesses, things like that. So we just try to, talk about it and exploit them and do our best to defend their team because they're pretty good. So.
Again, you had the men's team here cheering for you. It made a good atmosphere. Coach Hans was talking about, what a good atmosphere. Was that a kind of a positive?
Yeah.